What's up, Slayers?
What's up, Slay Nation? Josh, we good and live everything. You see that?
Yep, I'm on our live right now. We're golden.
Okay.
What up, Gino?
All right. This is the captain's meeting for the live event number 6, St.
Yes.
Lawrence River, Henderson Harbor, um, St. Lawrence River, Lake Ontario. This is our combined event this year with New York kayak bass fishing. We do one each year. Last year was Owasco Lake. This year, obviously, St. Lawrence River, Henderson Harbor is our dual event. So there's also people that are able to triple down with the elite kayak fishing series. Their boundaries are different than ours, so be aware if you're in the EKF side, you have to use their boundaries. If you're only in Slay and NYKBF, we're using NYKBF boundaries. Check the maps. We have an updated map, a link on there, but it's pretty open. There's really not much to cover on there, but first and passable barriers, most of the inlets and creeks, and but other than that, it's the main river, Lake Ontario. There's so much water that's in play. It's insane. You could hold 3 different tournaments at once in this boundary. So there's plenty of water. Josh, did you get a chance to pre-fish at all, or you didn't pre-fish?
No, I was going
Yeah,
to today, but
I
couldn't.
ended up having the day off today, but I didn't get to pre-fish long. We were dealing with some motor issues, but we had a couple of days of pre-fishing. And the bite is good. The smallmouth bite is good. The largemouth bite is good. Really, the only issue is obviously figuring out how to deal with the wind. But I think we might get lucky a little bit in the morning. It's not going to be as bad as it was supposed to be earlier in the week. So but be safe with the wind because we don't know when it's going to pick up, and it will at some point. I know after like 1 o'clock we're supposed to get thunder and lightning. So definitely be paying attention to your phone if you're seeing lightning or you're hearing it, because we will send an alert through Tourney X if you have to get off the water or if we cancel the event or stop the event. So it's all about safety. Watch the wind, watch the rain, and the craziness. Watch the boats. They being out there today, I can tell you, I fished. I'm over here at Grass Point State Park right now. These boats don't give a shit about us kayakers. There's
And on
they don't
top of
even
that,
they don't even look at you.
it's Pirates weekend, so they're going to be out there. They're going to be drunk out there. So
Yep.
stay safe. Very important tomorrow. Make sure you have your lights. Make sure you have your safety flags. Make sure you have as much as you can to be visible out there because it's going to be packed.
Yep. This is I'm not trying to scare anybody, but it's one of the places you got to take this place seriously. If you're gonna go fish and chase smallies like most of us out in the middle of the St. Lawrence River or on the big lake. Man, it gets shady out there. I was on Henderson last weekend, and it was glass on the way out at 6, and by 9 o'clock, we were getting rollers over the front of our kayaks. So just be safe out there and know your limits. If it's too much for you or if it's in question, turn around.
Have
It's
a
pretty
backup
simple.
plan.
And
Plenty of
yeah,
rivers and coves to move off into.
yeah, yeah.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
you want to go over launches real quick?
Can you see the bridge from my view? Pretty cool.
I can see all the docks.
Yeah,
It's a good bullhead
I don't know.
spot where you're sitting right now.
That should be TI bridge behind me, but yeah. Anyway, it's pretty cool here. This fucking river's awesome. Some big ass smallmouth in here. Big fish. The largemouth are big in here too. They're just not long. I don't know. I mean, just at least for me anyway. Somebody's gonna find the big ones, but they're just fat here, man. They're eating those gobies and shit, and they really remind me of a Cayuga lake fish. It's like the closest I've seen to it in New York. But yeah, what you want to go over? Anything else? Safety, PFDs. PFDs mandatory. Has to be zipped up or whatever it is. You cannot just have
Not
it
only
loose.
does it have to be zipped up, it has to be tight too. It has to
Yep.
fit you, so if you fall into the water, you can get out safe.
Yep. Identifier code. We are using the same identifier code as NYKBF. So if you're doubling down, you can just use the same one. You don't have to write 2 codes. You can write it on your hand. You can write it on you can write it on a piece of paper, whatever you need to do. Just don't lay the paper on the fish. I'll throw the code up on the screen. Code is H4 for Henderson 4. Josh has it up on the screen.
Yes,
this
Gino,
is
pocket
Gino.
knife in case.
Is that
So that
Gino?
actually happened to Gino.
Yeah, and you never know. There's a lot of weeds out here. I mean, yeah, there's some places that are a lot of rock, but you're going to find a lot of places that are pretty weedy too. So to be prepared, have your whistle, have all that stuff. The Coast Guard will be out in full force. Border Patrol for all of you jumpers across the border. But everybody else, just fish and have fun, man. I'm just going out there and just gonna have some fun with it, man. I'm going to a different spot I never fished before tomorrow, and instead of chasing history, and just gonna go have some fun with it. So, anything else we got to cover?
You were gonna go over launches, you said.
Oh yeah, I mean it's pretty simple. Same as usual. Public launches only. Public marinas that you can pay, $10 whatever to launch at. Those are allowed. Campgrounds, you can use the boat launches at the campgrounds. No private marinas. No private residence, no B&Bs, no, you can't launch at your campsite, nothing like that. So if you do launch outside the boundary, like let's say you're on the other side of the bridge from the boundary, you can launch on the other side and come across. I don't care. As long as you're fishing in the boundary, then I don't care what you do. Just be safe out there.
When you guys look at the map, it actually says right on there that you can fish beyond the point. You're just prohibited from launching beyond it. If you're fishing just Slay Nation, we're okay with that.
Yeah, we don't care.
You can launch outside of it. You can fish outside of it. Just our usual rules. Don't go past the first impassable barrier.
Yep. But yeah, other than that, same rules as NYKBF for everything, man. Other than that, it's 5 fish limit, 10-inch minimum. If you're in the tag team, I think Josh would cover the tag teams. Where are we at there?
We're at 6 teams right now, so that's going to be $60 a piece going to the winner on tag teams. Yep. And then as of right now, we're sitting at 28 anglers, 11 of them being non-members. That's going to put first place at $525, second place at $353, third place at $210, and Big Bass at $143.
Yeah. So if you're only doing Slay, that's the payout. If you're doing NYKBF and doubling down, first place got to be over $1,000 somewhere.
I think it's first place is like 50% of the pay or something like that.
It is, yeah. So it's going to be a pretty good check for first if you double down and take both. If you're lucky, I know there's a few guys that triple down on all 3 with EKF, and I think it's $1,700 for first for their event. So it is possible somebody to win the triple down and take first and take about $3,000 home. And if they win Big Bass along with it, man, they're bringing home $4,000 or $5,000 this weekend.
And it's crazy because, I mean, if you look at the boundaries, if you're not doing EKF, you go from A-Bay all the way to Henderson. That's a
insane.
lot of water.
Yeah. It's really two events. It's really, the Lake Ontario, St. Lawrence River. That's 2 different events. But
there is no possible way you could get from one end to the other without a motor on your kayak.
Even with a motor, you ain't doing that.
You can. You just be out there all day.
You ain't going to be out there all day. You'll be out there for a week. You better pack a couple lunches.
Other thing I was going to go over, guys. So, as Justin said, we're doing pretty much everything similar to NYKBF. So our launch is going to be at 5:30 instead of 5. Our first cast is going to be at 6 o'clock. Last cast is going to be at 2:30. Last submission is going to be at 3. And then our awards aren't going to be until 4:45. Reason being, with this being so big of an area to cover, we put awards right in the middle. So they're going to be at 602 South James Street, Cape Vincent. And I will type that in here for anybody that didn't see it.
There's Cape Vincent Recreational Area, 602 South James Street, Cape Vincent. Josh will throw it up on the screen real quick. But EKF, Elite Kayak Fishing, the tournament directors there, Adam Work and everybody. Shout out to those guys. You click it. They took care of the awards location and got that all set up, and they're allowing us to use it. So big shout out to Elite Kayak Fishing and all their guys coming. Their guys coming all the way from like New Hampshire and Maine and shit, all the way down here. So
I seen some Massachusetts guys out there today in my spot.
Vermont guys. Yeah, it's awesome to see those guys. Hopefully, a couple Connecticut guys, PA guys. But I think all the PA guys are at the native event. So, yeah, that's so shout out to EKF. They took care of the awards location for us. So yeah, it's a little bit later for the awards. I know that. You know, a lot of people don't like that, but you got to remember there's three clubs coming together at once in one spot. Could be 60, 70 anglers. I really don't know. Our rule for only Slay Nation. I'm not going to speak for the other clubs, but for us, if you are not, if you are placing first, second, third, or big bass for Slay Nation, you got to be at the awards. Have to, or we disqualify you. That's just the way it is.
We need you there for pictures. I mean, unless in a family emergency or something comes up, talk to us, let us know what's going on.
Yeah. Message Josh and me, one of us, either of us, if that something does come up and you can't make awards, we'll work with you. But other than that, our sponsors, Adirondack LLC and Pro Lithium, and all of our Slay Nation sponsors, all of our local sponsors, they put a lot into this and pay for our awards. So it's important for us that the first, second, third, and the big bass come there, get recognized and get the pictures done for that. So if you can make it, talk to us. If you're not placing, don't worry about it. But if you're in one of the other tournaments and you're placing, you might want to be there.
All the cool stuff and all the prizes we give out, we can't do without our sponsors, and we're trying to make them happy, keep them happy, and they like pictures, which is why we're going to stress again, if you catch a big fish, take a selfie with it.
19-inch smallmouth or largemouth or bigger tomorrow, man. Just take a little selfie with it. Don't be shy.
I'm going to say anything over an 18.5 just to be on the safe side.
Somebody's catching a 19 tomorrow. It ain't going to be me, but somebody's
catching. They will, but...
Well, no. Just make sure somebody take a damn picture of a fish.
Yeah. If you catch a big one, take a picture.
Yeah. All right, man. That's about all I got. It's about 15 minutes in. I'm ready to go relax at the campsite. I'm over here at Grass Point and get ready for morning and get up early and go do this.
You want to give them a minute or two in case anyone's got questions?
Yep. I'll start walking back to the campsite. But yeah, if anybody's got any questions, just post it in the comments.
Yep. Check in and out whatever club you're in with Attorney. Thanks, Al. So use Tourney X or Fishing Chaos, whichever tourney you're doing. Check in and out.
Yep. Mandatory for Slay Nation.
Chaos or Tourney X?
What's that?
NYKBF. Do they use Tourney X or Fishing Chaos?
Yeah. If you're in Slay Nation and NYKBF only, it's both on Tourney X. So when you submit fish, you can actually click both of those events at once and submit to both events at once. And since it's using the same identifier, it's freaking super easy to do both those events. EKF is on Fishing Chaos, so a little bit more complicated because you got to go to a different app and upload fish. But the guys that are tripling down, they probably know what they're doing by now, so not a big deal to them. There's no issues with service on the river, Lake Ontario, pretty much anywhere. So,
Gino, to answer your question, if you can get me those AOI prizes in the next 2 weeks, it'd be much appreciated because that tourney's coming up fast. We're announcing AOI after the championship.
Yeah, I gotta get up to Saranac Lake, I think, anyway, and get the one from AJ. With starting the new job, I've been fucking swamped. So
take a ride up there with you. Let me know.
All right.
I think that about does it, guys. So remember, biggest thing tomorrow, everyone, safety first. If it gets too bad, find a place to get out of the weather and keep an eye open. If it starts lightning, we will definitely all be off the water.
Yeah. If you see lightning, thunder or lightning, get these near shore line, please. And if it lasts any length of time, we will pause the event. If any length of time after that, we will cancel the event as it is. And we get 3 hours into it and we get beat up by thunder and lightning, then standings are what they are when it ends. So fish your ass off right from first cast tomorrow, especially because that wind might be coming in at 1. You never know. All right, man. Good luck to everybody. Be safe out there. It's all we really care about. I don't care about the fish. Just make sure you come home tomorrow.
Yeah. I want everybody
home. Catch some damn fish. I want to see some giant ass smallmouth in here caught tomorrow.
I want to see a 23-incher.
So, all right, man. Everybody, if any questions, just drop it in the comments or message me or Josh. Other than that, be safe and
I'll be
good
out
luck,
for
players.
another hour or two. So
All right, man. Take care.
later.
Later.